Well, hello everyone. Let's start our new video conference. Practice for the Astral Unfolding. The Little Jump. Well, there are different ways or possibilities, different techniques accepted nowadays by the white brotherhood, right? Uh, while we create in the suprasex, in the sexual alchemy, the astral body to go anywhere right there, over there in the fifth dimension, it's necessary to get familiarized gradually, little by little, with the astral travel, with the astral unfolding, with different techniques. During all these cycle of video conferences, we've been sharing the information about different possibilities or techniques about how to achieve it, right? The astral unfolding, also called the astral travel, and so on, all right? Every single night, unfortunately, due to our own lack of consciousness, we go to that fifth dimension without consciousness. Okay, so usually we go to that fifth dimension, without consciousness, right? When we are over there, we don't know that we are over there. It's due to the fact, due to the reality that we are not conscious people. Alright? That's why this simple practice, the one about the little jump, will help us to take consciousness about the reality in what dimension we are. Right? So to achieve the astral unfolding through this way, the little jump, is necessary to practice during the day after we finish any activity, brushing our teeth, doing our bed, finishing our breakfast, dinner, lunch. When, for example, we finish any talk, any conversation with anyone else, immediately we just give a little jump. Yes, physically, please make a little jump. But before of doing it, the little jump, please ask yourself mentally, sincerely, with authentic innocence, okay, in what dimension I am right now? Am I in the third or in the fifth dimension? Am I in the physical world or in the fifth dimension, in the astral world? Ask yourself that before of doing your little jump, and immediately please do it. Alright? If you fall down again to the surface, you already know that you're in the third dimension, right? And just do this little jump as many times you can during the day. Because if we keep doing it daily, physically here, on this third dimension, on this physical world, when we fall asleep at night, in that fifth dimension, we'll repeat the same question and we'll repeat it astrally, in a literal way. And when we make the little jump right there, over there in the fifth dimension, we'll be floating literally. And immediately, our consciousness is awake. Literally, we'll see how when we make the little jump right there in the fifth dimension, we're floating immediately. When it happens, we'll see how we are absolutely conscious right there in the fifth dimension. I don't know if you remember that usually when we are in that zone of dreams, that region of dreams, also called astral world, molecular world, or also fifth dimension, we don't know that we are over there. We have no idea, usually, not always. It is not for every one of us. But yes, most of us don't have consciousness right there in the fifth dimension when we are dreaming, when we fall asleep at night, right? So with this simple exercise, making this little jump, as soon as we finish any activity, our breakfast, talking to anyone else, when we had a call during the day, when we, for example, tied up our shoes, when we finished brushing our teeth, etc., etc., immediately please remember to make the little jump. Asking yourself mentally, sincerely, am I in the third dimension or am I in the fifth dimension? You make the little jump and it helps you immediately to be conscious about the dimension in which you are. About the dimension in which you are. Right? So, when we fall asleep at night, we'll repeat exactly the same question. We'll make the little jump and we'll be floating literally. And as soon as we achieve it, we see literally how we awake immediately in that fifth dimension. And we get the astral unfolding. And if you want to literally fly, you'll do that accurately and consciously. Alright? You can invoke, for example, your own inner being. You can invoke, for example, Master Krishna, Master Samael Weor. You can invoke Master Jesus. You can know your own inner parents, your divine mother, your inner father, to realize yourself about that reality. Right? And if you have the merits, for example, you may go, it's called spiritual dharma, you may go to any planet you want. You may go to a different continent of this planet Earth. You may go to any sea, any ocean, any city of your own nation, of your own country, etc., etc. Right? It is a reality. By my own experience, I may tell you that for sure it's real. This simple practice will help us for sure, without a doubt, to take consciousness about the real dimension in which we are. Alright? So just to do it, just remember, only remember please to make the little jump as soon as you finish any or each activity. Between activities. Right? If you're washing your hands, washing the dishes, just finish those activities and then immediately physically here, yes, physically make the little jump, trying to seriously know in what dimension you are. If you are in this third dimension or in the fifth dimension. Because I don't know if you've realized about the reality that we are like robots or even zombies walking on the streets without consciousness. We are in our psychological country, we are in our inner world, but without being conscious about this dimension, right? Because we don't have consciousness. Due to the reality, due to the lack of consciousness, we don't even know when we are walking here on the streets, for example, about we don't know that we are into the in the third dimension, right? But this little simple practice will help us to achieve to awake our own consciousness. So at night, if we do this during the day several times, the little jump, as soon as we finish an activity between activities, our subconscious will repeat again the same question and will apply the little jump right there over there in the fifth dimension. We'll be floating literally, and immediately we can fly, we can walk anywhere right there in the fifth dimension. But the most important thing here is that it'll be literal, it'll be a reality with consciousness. With consciousness. Alright? Those are authentic, conscious astral unfoldings. Right? All of us without exception. Also the animals make astral unfoldings every single night, but without consciousness. So the goal, the purpose of this practice, of this simple practice, is to take consciousness in this dimension, to repeat that same question right there, that same little jump right there in the fifth dimension, and achieve it. Alright? It's great and a half. It's something amazing and a half. Alright? And definitely, and excuse me for telling you this, but this is only for practitioners, because only practice makes perfect. Alright? If you are walking on any street, if you are about to open the door of your house, for example, before of doing this, just give the little jump to be conscious in what dimension you are and continue with the rest of your activities of your daily life, right? Between activities, yes, in this physical world, repeat the little jump, trying to know sincerely in what dimension you are. Alright? This is a matter of practice. I cannot tell you when, in how many days or weeks or months, achieve your conscious astral unfolding. It depends on you. It depends on your own process. Right? Each one of us have our own rhythm, our own process. That's why probably within the next 2 weeks, within the next 5 days, if you do this with practice, with discipline, with patience, you'll achieve it sooner than later, alright? I know some people that told me that the first night they were practicing physically here daily in this third dimension, this exercise several times, this little jump several times. The first night they got it, they achieved it, alright? But some other cases it takes 1 month, 15 days, 13 days, 7 days, and so on. It depends on each process, on each case, alright? But for sure, believe it or not, for sure it is a reality. Based on my own experience, I may tell you that it is a reality. For sure, without exception, without a doubt, the person that practices this little jump several times per day during continuous days will achieve it. Alright? Well, thank you very much for attending this conference. That's all. And if there is any question or any doubt about it, please feel free to ask it. And shortly, I will respond. Thank you. Have a nice day.